Young Apollo with the win.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on, good people, man? It is your boy Isaiah, aka Zaya here, man, with another Zaya Talks. And man, I'm excited about this one, man. Listen, I hope you're doing good and hope you're doing well. If you stay in Kansas City, what's the deal? The Chiefs held it down. We made it happen. No question. It just happened, man. That's how we do it, man. Shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs, man. My squad, your squad. If you ain't rocking with the squad, then man, hey, listen, we still winning. I feel sorry for you. If you played the Chiefs today, we held it down. Nah, but man, straight out though, man, I'm excited though, man. Man, we did well. We played good today, man. Good defense, man. I believe, man. Some of the offensive plays was kind of, of course, it was what it was. But man, shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs, man, and for their vibe, man. So I'm excited about that. But listen, man, I just want to kind of come on tonight, man, talk to you guys about something that's near and dear to my heart. Listen, if you're new to my YouTube channel, I want to encourage you to hit the subscribe key and the notification bell. By doing that, you'll be locked in with your boy. Every time I upload a video, listen, you'll know about it, man. And we are so grateful. I'm grateful for this channel because, man, so much going on the channel, man. It is incredible how much stuff is going on this channel. So listen, hit that subscribe key. You don't want to miss it. But man, what I want to talk to you about is, man, not allowing yesterday to hold you back. You know what I mean? And what I mean by not letting yesterday hold you back, I'm truly referring to, something that could have been just difficult, something that was challenging that you didn't find yourself accomplishing, felt like that, that what you was trying or aiming for, you didn't get a chance to be successful at it, and things of that nature, man. And I know what it's like, to be in the ring with challenge. I know what it's like to have to spar and box, with fear and all of those different things. And I understand how when fear rises up, especially if you're a person like me, at times, it feels like that you won't be able to accomplish what you are setting out to do because you just continue to see L's, you continue to see difficult things, man. And for me, I mean, I have been beginning to see, man, the importance of living for the day, living in today, not allowing yesterday to ruin my experiences today, or being afraid or fearful that what I'm doing today won't be a successful place for tomorrow. Now, granted, you want to make sure that you're making moves in today, preparing your tomorrow. I'm not saying like live carelessly in today, but don't allow tomorrow, of course, you know what I'm saying, to be so much of your so much attention that you neglect today, neglect all of the good stuff that can come in today. And so yeah, that's something that's big, man. So I just wanted to kind of aim there for a minute and just spend some time there, man, because sometimes, man, you can feel like that, man, your accomplishments are not adding up, and that your contributions and all that you're doing, man, doesn't matter, and you're not successful because you didn't do it a certain way, or what I'm saying, that nothing that you were striving to do right is for you to do. But you can't let yesterday, man, tell you that today is not the day, you know what I'm saying, or let yesterday say, you know what, it died with yesterday. Keep striking at that thing, keep going towards it, man, because there's something that I believe, man, that you have, you know what I'm saying, that's valuable and that's big. I just was actually conversating with my wife not too long ago, just talking about the importance of continuing to be relevant in our society today, and how yesterday, that assignment doesn't necessarily mean, listen, the assignment of yesterday doesn't necessarily mean, right, you still accomplish or still tackle that same thing today like you would yesterday. Times have changed, things are changing. Like, our world today is so fast with changing. It is incredible. If you turn and you blink your eyes, man, it's going to change on you. You know what I'm saying? And that is kind of like, why I begin to actually think about yesterday and just, saying to myself, like, okay, wow, I can't let that continue to define my today. You know what I'm saying? Even in my success or in my victories, I can't keep living yesterday for the day. Prime example, like, think about the Kansas City Chiefs, for example, or any sports squad, anybody. Of course, they have the same coaches. Of course, they probably have the same colors, different things like that that are going to still be consistent and be the same. But when you really are striving and you're setting out to win, look, you got to make sure that you got an offensive book, a defensive book, a backup book that says that, we've been working on this thing, but you can't be afraid to make changes. That is one of the most difficult and challenging things to do when you are set and you are, you were raised in a certain environment, man. It's difficult to change, man. I was listening to an interview with, I believe it was, I'm not for sure if it was the baby or I think it was one of his interviews, and he did it with $1 Million. I forget what it was. It's a podcast. I forgot the name. It's slipping my mind right now. But something he said in there was so powerful, man. He talked about how just in general, like how times change, right? And how can you still be effective with change, or how sometimes it's difficult to change. Let me say that. Because he said, I grew up in an environment where certain things happen, and just a mind frame, a mindset, like I just constantly thought this way because of the environment I grew up in. But when I got in a different environment, it didn't really change my thinking because I was raised in that environment. I had to learn to think differently. And I truly believe that that is the response of every individual each day. You can't continue to live in the environment that was conducive for you yesterday. Or in other words, you can't always expect yesterday's playbook to work for today, because there's going to be a new team that you're facing. They got a new set of hunger in their eyes. They might be coming for the victory. They might be coming, just to make a name for themselves, whatever it might be. You can't continue to use same tactics, right, that you would use yesterday and today. And that's why it's so important to not allow yesterday to hold you back. Get back up on the horse, whatever it is that you're striving to do, and continue to be creative, because you are one of the most gifted people on the face of the earth, because there's nobody like you. The individuality that you have, you know what I'm saying? The swag that you have, the smile that you have, you know what I'm saying? The life that you have, the speech that you have, nothing is like the same. You know what I'm saying? You are uniquely you are an individual who has so much potential. And it's amazing because I was thinking about how yesterday's assignments, like how it can continue to drive us insane today because it's not working in this actual age or in this time. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk to you there for a minute and let you know, like, making small adjustments to be a better you is not a bad thing, even if you were brought up in a new environment. Like, for example, if you was raised in an environment where all you guys ate was mashed potatoes and cornbread and chicken for dinner, and you know what I'm saying, and green beans, right? And then when you got into a new environment, now y'all not eating mashed potatoes with those things. For example, I'll give you a prime example of this. My mom used to make these burritos right back in back when I was young. She'll get the frying pan out, put some butter in the frying pan. She'll put the the burrito in the skillet, kind of get it a little bit crispy. Take it out, put the meat, everything on it. You know what I'm saying? And we used to use ranch to put on our burritos, right? I mean, now she had sour cream, but I grew up in the environment where we use ranch. So now my kids today, when they see me do that, they say, "Oh, that's nasty, that's nasty, that's nasty." I'm like, well, this is how I grew up. Ranch is just like, it's the same thing you put it on your salad, right? You don't say nothing when you put it on your salad, right? Like, they don't trip out if you put it on pizza, but if you put ranch on burritos, they lose their mind. So what I'm saying is that sometimes, like, the environment you grow up in, there's certain things that stay with you that you shouldn't change. That's going to be a consistent thing. But the things that you have to change for the sake of either being relevant, the sake of being, in this time, one of the things that I've learned is not a bad thing to do that, but it is challenging when you are conformed or used to a certain way. Now, here's what I want to say before I get up off of here. This is the most important thing, is learning how to be able to change and not allow the change, right, to become you. What do you mean by that? So it's like anytime, like, you put on some black or you put on some blue, right? It's an experience, right? You have a different vibe. You feel a certain way because you have something on, right? That's kind of like what I'm saying, not to allow it to change you, your personality, but learning how to use, that actual whatever it might be of this time, of this age, whatever color it is, and using it to your advantage. And that's what it boils down to. So I just wanted to encourage you guys about that, and just not to allow yesterday to hold you back. Don't allow your past and your upbringing, the environment you were raised in, stop you from being creative in this new space that you're living in right now. Listen, you got some intelligent, you got some very, very wise things that are on the inside of you, and it's waiting to give birth. It's waiting, you know what I'm saying, for the world to see, So I just wanted to encourage you and do that. You know what I'm saying? Step outside of the box. Now, am I saying change your whole routine? No, I'm not saying doing that. All I'm saying is that, you know what, it's so necessary and important to adapt to the environment conducive right now. Like, where you are right now. The question I want to ask is, where are you? And, where are you trying to go? Right? And wherever you are trying to grow, or wherever you're trying to go, in order to grow, you have to be in those environments. You have to be in that soil. And so I just wanted to encourage you with that, you know what I'm saying? So if you are actually planning to move forward, to do something different, you know what I'm saying? Continue to chase those things. But this is all I got to say, don't allow yourself to become frustrated because yesterday it didn't work for you, or even in that season of life it didn't work for you. I know so many people that continue to do things even though it was difficult for them, and now they're helping other people do what was difficult for them to do. Right? So that's why you can't give up, even if it's challenging right now. You have to continue to put, your foot to the pedal, and learn how to be able to adapt to that environment. Last key point before I leave up out of here, man. So my daughter, she's learning how to drive, right? And she does know how to drive, but I say she's learning how to drive because there's still things for her to learn. One of the things that I noticed about her driving techniques is that they're completely different than mine. Like, for example, if I'm approaching a stoplight, I know how to stop in a certain way without the car jerking like that. But when she pulls up, she's learning how to be able to do that. So she asked me the other day, like, Dad, how do you pull up to a stoplight where it doesn't just jerk? So we talked about it. I let her know how to do it. But this is what I learned, is that when you starting out doing anything, right, it's not going to always be like the person that you're looking at and that you want to be or become or want to be greater than, because you're applying certain things to your life. Just because it didn't work yesterday and you weren't able to do it fully like you were able to do it yesterday, that doesn't mean stop and give up. What that means is if you have done anything in line with what you desire to do and you weren't able to accomplish it fully, if you have started out on that thing, don't give up in it. Because what I've learned is that the more that you do something, the greater you're going to become. Even if you start out knowing nothing about it, continue to keep yourself in that environment. Continue to keep yourself, surrounded by what it is you're desiring to do. But here's the thing. Don't allow that thing to become you. You learn how to be able to adapt, right? Grab that thing and implement it in what you do to do what you do more greater, be more effective, and be more powerful in the field that you're called to. You might be a ball player, but that doesn't mean that you can't go study different things to be greater as a ball player. You might be a rapper. That doesn't mean that you can't go to different places, as long as you got on your wise cap, right? And you're going into that place, not to become, but to learn in order to instruct and help others. That's one of the greatest tools that I want to leave with you guys in this Zaya Talks. You know what? Don't become the thing that you're chasing. Come on, somebody. But go into the environment to learn it, so that you can apply it to what you're doing and be able to teach somebody else, so that they can be productive in what they do, pretty much for the most part. So yeah, signing out on this one, man. It's your boy Zaya. And listen, hey, if this your first time rocking with me on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. It'll truly help out on the channel. Thank you to everybody that has subscribed. Yo, if you rocking with me on Facebook, because I'm streaming both places, come check me out on YouTube. Come over there and hit the subscribe button for your boy. And listen, I'll holler at you guys real soon. One last thing before I go. You already know. Most definitely.